to Math with Miss Sheehan. You'll want to grab your Learn book. Today we are going to do more with arrays. So if you want to head there, you'll be on page 87 and you will need a pencil. We are going to be shading in parts of arrays. So we're actually going to be coloring them in. And then I'm going to show you what mine looks like. I won't be coloring mine in. I'll just be drawing what it should look like. So head to number 1. Here we go. It says shade in an array with 2 rows, remember this way, of 3. So why don't you make your rectangle that has 2 rows and there's 3 in each row. Okay, so what I did on mine was I just kind of did an outline and then I colored it in. I'll show you on my whiteboard what mine looks like, okay? And as you're drawing it, also think to yourself, what do you think the repeated addition sentence would be that goes along with it, okay? All right, remember, if this is ever too fast, you can always just press the pause button right here, and then I'll just pause until you play me again, okay? So this is what mine looks like, and you should have filled in and shaded or colored 6 squares just like this. There's 2 rows and there's 3 in each row, okay? And then my repeated addition sentence is just going to be 3 plus 3 because I have 3 in this row and 3 in this row. Awesome work. Let's go on to number 2. Number 2 says shade in an array with 4 rows this way of 3. So why don't you color in 4 rows with 3 in each row, and I will do the same. We'll see if ours are the same at the end. Once you're done coloring it in, you can write the repeated addition sentence that goes along with it. Okay, I'm just about done with mine, so I'll show you what mine looks like. Here it is. So as you can see, I have 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in each row I have 3. So 1, 2, 3 squares. My repeated addition sentence was 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And I can actually skip count by 3s. Do you guys remember the song? Here we go. 3, 6, 9, 12. Great. You guys are rocking this. All right, let's skip down to find number 3. It says shade in an array with 5 columns up and down of 4. So why don't you make your 5 columns of 4? You can shade those babies in. And I'm going to show you what mine looks like. Once you're done coloring it in, you can also write the repeated addition sentence that goes along with it. All right, here we go. So mine looks like this, and what I did was I have my 5 columns up and down. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in each column I have 4 squares in each one. So you can check to see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I did my repeated addition, so that's 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Should we skip count to count that together? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Great work. All right. Once you're done with that, you can flip to the next page. Page 88 is where we're going to be next. And what we're going to do is they've given us an array, and we're going to add to it, okay? So it says draw 1 more column of 2 to make a new array. So next to it at the end, you're going to make 1 more column at the end with 2 squares in it. Okay, so I'm going to show you what the old array looks like, and then I'll show you with my dotted lines what my new array will look like. Okay, I'm just about done with mine. How you doing on yours? Pretty good? All right. So as you can see here, here was our original array. We had 2 rows and there was 4 in each row, but then they wanted me to add a new one. So I added one more over here, and yours can be totally filled in. That's fine. But now I can make a different repeated addition sentence, and it's going to be adding 2's, right? So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and I can skip count and find my answer there. What is it? 10, right? Awesome. All right, on to number 5. Here we go. Number 5 says draw one more row of 4 and then one more column to make a new array. So we're going to have 2 things we're going to be doing for this one, okay? So first, I'm going to draw what my original array looks like. You don't have to do that. Yours already is drawn in there for you. How nice. And then I'm going to add one more row to the bottom. So now instead of having 2 rows, I'm going to have 3. You can add your 3rd row in there. And I'm just going to put a little star next to it so I remember that that's new. And then I'm going to add one more column. Remember, a column is up and down. Okay. So for mine, and parents, this one is going to be a little different because in my math page, I probably have the incorrect answer. So this one is the correct answer. So it says one more row, so I added that to the bottom. And then I added one column of 3 here. So now, do you see in each row I have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can skip count by 5s to find my answer. 5, 10, 15. And that would be my answer. 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. Okay? And then number 6, this will be my last one here. This one gives me 2 directions. It says draw one more row to my array and then 2 more columns up and down. Okay, so why don't you work on that? You can add one more row to the bottom, and then onto the side, you can add your 2 columns, okay? I'll show you what mine looks like after. If you finish before me, you can always check to see what the repeated addition sentence would be. Remember, you're adding one more row and 2 more columns. Okay, I am just about done with mine. Here we go. This one says, so as you can see, I added one row to the bottom, and then I added 2 columns right there to my array. And now I have columns and I have rows of 5, right? So now I can count by 5s. And I can say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and that's my answer. Great job. You can skip page 89, and we will go right to page 91. Oh no, there goes my southern accent coming back again. All right, so page 91, I'm just going to read it to you, and then you can work on it yourself, okay? So it says, Rick is baking muffins again. All right, Rick, are you going to share them with us or what? He filled 3 columns of 3. 3 columns of 3, and he left 1 column of 3 empty. So think to yourself, how many columns does he really have right now? Then we want you to do two things. Draw a picture to show what the muffin pan looked like. Shade the columns that Rick filled. And then number two, write a repeated addition equation to tell how many muffins Rick makes. Then write a repeated addition equation to tell how many muffins would fit in the whole pan. Okay? Awesome work. If you have questions about what the answers were for that one, you can look in our math answers page. I have pictures of them. And then the rest for today, you can choose to do extra math, freckle, or Zern. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.